What's up, team? Take a look at us here in the Bay Area. We're gonna go on a little joyride. We're gonna go down the illustrious and beautiful Bayshore Boulevard. But on this ride, we're gonna talk about the 5 items that new riders need or potentially will need. A lot of these items we're going to talk about are quality of life items. So we're skipping the basics like helmets, motorcycle, protective equipment. And we're going to kind of talk about the quality of life improvement items that all experienced bikers end up with anyways. And the new riders out there, you should consider picking these up right at the start of when you begin riding as well. Either it will save you some time, increase your comfort, or it will make sense to you, since a lot of the experienced riders you are learning from, or some that have already ridden for years at your MSF course will already have. So sit back, let's go take a look at Bayshore Boulevard and go on a joyride. Alright, team, on our way to the beautiful Bayshore Boulevard, but I gotta say, it's kind of a overcast and chilly day here in the Bay. We need to fix that. If we're going on a joyride, we need it to be special. So, let's hit this turn and fix. Woo! Okay, that looks a little better. Looks a little brighter. And now we are just moments away from the beautiful Bayshore Boulevard. Okay, folks, here we are, making our way to Bayshore Boulevard. Coming back from a really awesome little session in Orlando at Ace Cafe for the Florida Moto Meet. But now we're here to vlog, and we're here to talk about a few things. All right. So here we are at the famous Publix on Bayshore, and we are about to swing past the pirate ship and start going down on Bayshore Boulevard. Alright, making our way on Bayshore Boulevard. So let's talk about the 5 items that new riders need to consider. Again, these are quality of life improvement items that it's almost a distinguishing situation when comparing new and experienced riders, because most experienced riders will end up with all these items, and the newer riders, the thrill of the ride is enough to get them going, but then they start to think, how can I make the ride more enjoyable, or what can I do to increase my comfort? And these are those things that they should potentially consider, since they will most likely end up getting them anyways. So number 1 on the list is rider earplugs. Now hear me out. Rider earplugs. They have new types of earplugs that are designed specifically for riding. So their main function is just to reduce and occlude some of the overarching wind noise when you're driving at speed. However, they have channels built in, and some of them have inserts with varying degrees of sound reduction, so that you can ride, protect your hearing, and you still maintain awareness and you can hear everything around you. I personally wear a set every time I ride, and I've never had any issues. You know, we've been to the track, and I can say that during my track sessions, even with the earplugs in, the beep 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 that the GoPro makes when you turn it on or off, with the earbuds on and the motor going, I could hear whenever I was turning my GoPro on or off, or whenever the thing was running out of battery. So it's not something where you'll be, oh, that's cool. It's not something where you'll be completely unable to have any situational awareness. In fact, all it really does is drown out some of that nagging wind noise at high speeds, but you can still hear yourself think, you can still hear music and phone calls through your comms, and it's worth it to potentially get when you start riding, so you kind of get used to it and build your confidence up, since it really doesn't occlude as much as some people say. Oh, there's some nice houses. So let's talk about item number 2 that new riders might not overlook till after they pick up their bike. Phone mount. It's almost self-explanatory, but it is in the end when you're riding and trying to maintain the full directional situational awareness when you get to your spots to meet with people, show them your bike, commuting, etc. It's easier to have the phone mounted to your bike. You almost always know where it is. It's easy to find when it's not there, and it's a little bit easier to access when you're riding. Now, us here at Joyride do not recommend messing with the phone while you're riding. I think there's a few YouTube videos already out there where someone was trying to adjust the music on their phone to their comm system and ran off the road. So that's exactly not the purpose of it. However, having it front and center helps me know where it is, and I'm able to easily grab it and go, put it back on the bike. It's there, it's secure. If you have it linked to a comm system and you want to use the other features of it, it's great to have it front and center. But usage while riding is highly frowned upon, as well as, honestly, if you're wearing good quality riding gloves, they usually don't provide any feedback where you can use the phone anyways with the touch screens, especially if you have a screen protector or anything. But I do recommend, a lot of experienced riders already got them, and new riders probably shouldn't wait, because it's going to improve your quality of life having your phone front and center like that. Item number 3. Let's talk about bags, storage. It's highly recommended that you get a riding specific bag or waist pack. Certainly a regular JanSport backpack that you've had since you were 12 can totally do the trick. But at the same time, rider specific backpacks or waist packs are designed with riding in mind and should be worth considering. Some of the finer details of those packs are, one, the increased amount of comfort. They're built with a little bit more rigidity, structure, and stability in mind. You want to try and pick something up with a strap that joins the straps that go around your shoulders, so you have kind of a chest lock. And some of them, the one that I have, also has a waist strap. So you also have another fixation point, which aids in the comfort, the stability you have when riding at speed in the wind. Some of them even come nowadays with CE rated back protectors and hydration bladders, so you're able to drink water while riding. So it's definitely something you don't want to overlook. Again, a regular backpack can suffice in the beginning, but you will eventually want to upgrade and get something a little bit geared more for riding, and something that won't be so cumbersome when you're riding. So as a new rider, this probably is one of the lower priority ones, but it still shouldn't be overlooked that if you're going to start doing a little bit more riding, a riding specific backpack that's got a little bit more weather protection built in, some water resistance, a little bit more abrasion resistance, some with the CE armor, because you never know when you're going to need to have, if you're doing a long day ride, like when I go out with Joyride Sergio, having extra shields for your helmet is always nice. So I would highly recommend picking up a rider-specific pack when you're out riding. The next one on the list that kind of piggybacks on what we were just previously talking about is additional kit for your helmet. Now, a lot of new riders go out and pick up a really nice new helmet. Man, Bayshore is just beautiful right now in some of these homes. So, like I was saying, additional kit for your helmet. Why is that important? Well, let's talk about that. If you want to properly maintain your expensive brand new helmet as a new rider, there are certain situations you're going to run into where extra kit, and when we talk about extra kit, we're talking about extra shields, potentially some for lower light situations. Oh wow. Some for completely, extremely bright sunny days, so you have a really dark out one. But we're also talking about internal liners, cheek pads. Why are those important? Well, if you're riding in any sort of climate that's got any amount of heat or humidity, you are going to sweat. And you are going to sweat a lot in those pads. And those pads are made to wick moisture away and become super absorbent. They're serving their purpose, and that works out really good. But at the same time, you wear that helmet 1 or 2 days in a row, and it's going to stink. You're going to go see your friends, take your helmet off, and your face and your hair is going to stink. So all the new attention you got with your new shiny bike, it's kind of gone when you start going and talking to people. When you have those additional liners, one, having additional liners to swap out will also help the longevity of your liners. And two, if you're following them the way they're recommended, which I would also recommend going to Revzilla to see a video on how to clean them, you're going to be hand washing them and then letting them air dry. You don't want to put them in a dryer. If you just come back from a morning sesh and your liner stinks and you wash it, and now some friends are texting you that you want to go do an RTE in the evening, your pads are going to be soaked, and they might still be wet the following day, depending on the kind of climate you're drying them in and the humidity. Having those spare pads to swap in and out, an already clean set ready to go, allows you to continue riding even while you have a set drying, and the wear down from the washing repeatedly if you're going out every day or you commute for work. Reducing that breakdown allows the pads to last a little bit longer, and the shield spares will help you if you're doing a cross-country ride and all of a sudden you find yourself flying through a swarm of bugs. Having the ability to swap one out for the second leg of your ride or switch depending on the sunlight conditions is always nice. So it's highly recommended that as a new rider, once you get your new helmet, don't overlook picking up maybe a few spare liners and additional kit so that you can continue riding, continue to improve, and kind of go out there and enjoy yourself. So don't overlook when you're picking up your new helmet, maybe pick up an extra liner or two while you're out there. All right, green light. Let's talk about the last one on the list. Oh yeah, that's the Ducati. Okay, so last on the list that a new rider should consider, and I would highly recommend, is picking up a Comm System. There are multiple brands out there. You can get them as cheap as $40, maybe even cheaper, and the prices can go up from there. But a Comm System has plenty of benefits that truly help keep you safe, and as a new rider, you're probably a little bit more in the danger zone than someone who's been out there riding and has a lot of experience. One way it's a little bit safer is if you are riding in a group with some of your friends. I find that ability to know and get intel from the riders ahead or get intel from the riders behind to be just paramount in rider awareness. The people in front can let you know if there are obstructions in the roadway. Your friends behind you can let you know if there is a driver that's kind of driving in a risky manner, getting close, maybe indicating they're riding a little bit unsafe, maybe they're tired, maybe they've been drinking. Who knows? It doesn't matter. But having the ability to speak to the people in front and behind you will only help you become a safer rider. In addition to that, if you are traveling in new areas that you are unfamiliar with, you honestly don't want to be fumbling with your phone, and you don't want to waste time if you're struggling to memorize the route that you're wanting to take. You don't want to reach for your phone here on the mount. If you have a comm system, the directions on the phone will just be verbalized through the headphones in your helmet. So it will warn you of upcoming turns, just like it would in a car, but you have the ability to hear it. The comm system provides that peace of mind, the link with your phone, the ability to make phone calls if anything happens. Sometimes fumbling with your gloves, if you kind of go down, it's just better to have that. Some of them have voice control, and it basically helps you fulfill the hands-free notion, but for motorcycle riders. So it increases the safety with communication and awareness. At the same time, when you're getting directions, you don't have to constantly be looking down at your phone and putting yourself at risk and following the blue or red line or whatever your GPS method uses as an indicator for your destination and route. You can just focus on what the comm is telling you, and that is all around a safer way to ride. So that would be the last one on the list. That was a quick run through of Bayshore Blvd, and with our little adjustment, it became bright and gorgeous. So team, thank you for watching and sharing on this joyride with me. That was Bayshore Blvd. We're gonna have a lot more places to explore in the Bay Area with some cool riders that will be joining us. But let's be honest, we are a new channel. Joyride doesn't have a following, and we could use your help. YouTube is all about the engagement, so please, if you like this video, please subscribe and let us know that you had fun with it so we can continue to do this. We love riding. We're going to continue to go on joyrides and bring everybody along with us. But please consider subscribing, and we'll catch you on the next one.